Awesome, good afternoon. I want to start with a question. By show of hands, how many of you have been rejected for a loan before? Not surprisingly, in an audience like this, there's maybe 4 or 5 hands. So let me just fill you in on what happens. When you get rejected for a loan, you might get a call from a loan officer, maybe 10, 15% of the time, but 100% of the time, you get this letter that comes in the mail that makes almost no sense. We've actually challenged credit union employees to try to reverse engineer a letter to tell it what it really means. And what that results in is a confused borrower who has no idea, why did that get declined? Was there something here I'm missing? And that's the reason why this shouldn't also come by surprise. On average, 75% of people that a lender declines will never apply for a loan with them again. And honestly, the pain points don't stop there. You have everything from call center volume, people trying to call and talk to your staff that's worked for 2 weeks, trying to get more information. You try to train your loan officers to do it better, but they leave every couple of weeks. And then the thing that really catches me by surprise, that almost every institution, due to a need for an intelligent workflow behind the scene, still prints and mails these adverse action notices. And at about $1 a piece, if you're declining 5,000 people a month, 10,000 people a month, the record we've met so far is 35,000 people a month, you might be spending $500,000 just printing and mailing these adverse action notices. We're Credit Mountain, and what we're on a mission to do is reinvent that decline experience. We see a bunch of brokenness in the process, so we built an end-to-end solution that when somebody gets declined, we step in, take care of the rest for the lender. So we first analyze that decline, look for fair lending policies, create the compliance stocks, make sure everything's uploaded for an audit. But then on the consumer side, we 10x that experience. And the best part is, because we're digitizing everything and automating it, we're actually saving the lender money in the process. So day one, when a credit union or bank buys our product, they're saving money on day one, and fast forward 12, 18 months, they're usually seeing around 300 to 400% ROI. So let me show you our solution here. We step in, and when somebody gets declined, we're now making the contact on behalf of the institution. We're reaching out to them, letting them notify that they've been declined. We also create the boring PDF that I mentioned here earlier before. We create it, really kind of put it as an attachment just in case something goes wrong. We also have an automated workflow to email it or to put in the mail, print and mail in the case an email bounces. But then what we do is we create an interactive adverse action notice. So instead of that boring PDF that leaves you really confused, we instead create these dynamic interactive adverse action notices that takes a decline reason, pairs it with other information we have at the institution, such as what else can you do for them. And we have all this dynamic real estate on this where we can plug in different solutions that a credit union or bank might have. We pair it with different types of learning so that we provide different information and really reflect how that institution would want to speak about it. And then the beauty is we give people a path to yes. So once you say, okay, I understand why I've been declined, I get it, these are the reasons, it makes sense. The next question is, where do I go from here? What do I do next? And that's where our solution comes in. We call it path to yes. So because we have somebody's information all on the back end, we're able to automatically do an analysis and pull their credit. We send them a text message. So if you were a user, you would have got a text message saying, hey, my favorite credit union wants to offer you this path to yes. Please respond Y to authorize a soft credit pull. And now you're in the flow. So this person who was declined for an auto refi, they're now getting a path to yes. So they're able to understand the pros, understand the cons, some basic financial education. But now because we have all the data on the back end, if we had their information, this would have been pre-populated as well. Let's go more realistic for clientele. Say 6,000. Okay, I picked the wrong one. Fun. Let's go here. So we pull the auto loan from the back end. We see what trade lines are out there. We now have the user input any other information this institution might need, such as the year and auto make. We show them their current loan, how much they could be potentially saving. Everything is fully customized to represent how the institution would speak about it. So the amount of the loan terms are reflective of what this person and their credit score would be eligible for. We help that person calculate their LTV, so we've got a tool for that. We then present to them how their LTV is broken down. We ask them questions because the goal here is we want to nurture these relationships over the next 20, 24 months. And then we want to give somebody a path to yes. So in the event that you weren't eligible for a different product, let's go here to our auto refi, you'd be given the different steps and actions that you need to complete and all the different credit factors that got brought into the mix. So every month we're doing another analysis on a borrower, understanding their credit profile, understanding the steps and actions that they might need to complete, and we're giving them different tools to really cover whatever gaps might be broken down for them. So with every single thing, we partner with different fintechs. So if you've met Debbie, they're another one here. We partner with fintechs. If somebody has a gap like a debt to income, We partner with the Debbies of the world to give people access to these tools. We also have different things that we built ourselves, like debt consolidation analyzers. We got rent reporting. We've got lots of different features that can actually help somebody understand, okay, what can I do in these situations? Is he the right tool for me? And really the secret sauce is when somebody is working with our tool and they're saying, give me a path to yes, they're giving us permission to really nurture and manage this relationship over the next 24 months. So every month we have permission to reanalyze their credit, and we send them a monthly snapshot. So now every month, that institution, let's just say this institution's even given us a loan officer data, so I'm Joe, the loan officer. Joe, the loan officer, is now reaching out to Bob, the declined borrower, saying, hey, here's your monthly snapshot. They put in a one-time passcode again to their phone, and now they have this level of insight. And we have this back-end marketing engine that every month's trying to say, is there something else we could do for this person? Is there another tool or service that we can have? And because we have all the data, we're able to not just give these sort of boilerplate marketing messages, we're able to really calculate and say, here's how much you can save, here are other things that you can do. And the reason Joe, the loan officer, loves us is because every month when we're doing this analysis, our goal is to be able to find out when is this person ready. And then Joe one day could be sitting down at his desk, logs into a system, and he gets an email from the Credit Mountain platform saying, hey Joe, Bob, the declined borrower, is now ready. Here's all the information you need to reach out and have a transformative conversation with them. And so really our goal is, how do we make the decline process more effective? How do we automate? How do we save credit unions money? And for the consumers, how do we give them a better experience that's actually going to help them understand where to go next, how to get there? And our data's shown over time that if you really have that front-end view to somebody and seeing their credit improve and grow over time and you're nurturing that relationship, then you're the first to re-invite them to say yes. And that's why we feel really confident for our credit unions that they're saving money day one, and by the time a year or two have passed, they're seeing over a 300% ROI, because we're really able to do what a credit union or bank wishes they could do at scale, but using technology and automation. My name's Nathan. Thank you, everybody.